Hey, welcome to Monk Strength. I am your facilitator, Thomas Monk. Thank you for joining me. Some of you are probably wondering who the hell this guy is and why am I qualified to talk to you about fitness. Let me give you a little background about who I am. That's what this first video is about. I am an ACE certified personal trainer. I am a nutrition coach. And I'm a yoga instructor. I also have a degree in sociology, and I attended Texas A&M University for communications with special emphasis on media studies. So those are my credentials. My claim to fame is actually as the second half of the Thane Thrand YouTube channel duo. Thrand still facilitates and operates that channel. I have since left the channel years ago. Most of you that know me know about that channel, but definitely go check out that channel, YouTube channel, Thane Thrand. I'll put a link down in the description below. Lots of fun. That channel originally started with the mission of getting the TV show Deadliest Warrior to make some changes, and ultimately we actually got the channel. Ultimately we got the show taken off the air. Deadliest Warrior was taken off the air. They refused to change anything despite the videos we put out proving them wrong. They doubled down on their idiocy and just kept doing what they were doing. We debunked tons of historical inaccuracies out of that show, as well as debunking historical inaccuracies on other shows like Mythbusters, for example. We myth-busted Mythbusters a few times. So there was our claim to fame, was YouTube channel Thane Thrand. That was a great channel. It got me started on my fitness journey because I needed to be strong to wear armor and swing weapons and roll around and do all these feats of strength and acrobatics. And it was that channel that got me started on fitness. If it hadn't been for Thane Thrand, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I started off in strength and power training to be able to wear the armor and move around quickly in it. Strength and power training made it possible for me to swing swords and axes and whatnot with greater efficacy. So, that channel made it so it made it so I was forced to start lifting weights, and I ended up having a real love for it, a real passion for it. And once I left the channel, I kind of kept going in that direction, and I jumped down this fitness rabbit hole where I was looking into every fitness silo, every aspect of fitness you could think of. I was digging into research on CrossFit and bodybuilding and diets and just all kinds of stuff, and eventually it just led me to get my certifications because I was just so deeply interested in the subject that I want to share it with other people. And it was all because of YouTube channel Thane Thrand. If it hadn't been for that, I certainly wouldn't be where I'm at right now. So I owe that channel a lot. And I probably owe our fans an explanation. That channel could have been way bigger. It could have been as big as Metatron. It could have been as big as Scala Gladiatoria. It could have been as big as Skelegrim or Shadiversity. Unfortunately, the channel suffered because of me. I had an addiction to meth. I don't like the word addiction or addict. I think that takes away people's accountability, because the minute they make a mistake or slip up, they just get to blame it on their addiction and say it's not their fault, that it's the fault of this unseen disease that causes them to misbehave. I don't subscribe to that. I can't sign off on it. I won't do it. I call them habits. I developed a really bad meth habit, and it was because of having weightlifting in my life that I was able to shift my habits. People call it addiction transfer. Well, I didn't really addiction transfer. I weaned myself off of one habit and created a new set of habits. And we'll talk about habit forming behaviors in future episodes. We'll talk about that. But yeah, Thane Thrand totally could have been a better channel if it hadn't been for me and for what I did to the channel. I did so much harm to it. And I'm not making excuses or anything. I was doing the Thane Thrand channel full time. I was doing a full-time job, and I was going to the university at Texas A&M full time. And I used meth to try and stay awake to get through all of that, and much to my detriment, much to the detriment of the Thane Thran channel, there came a point where I was so addicted that all I wanted to do was the drug and not focus on anything else. And so that channel went on a hiatus for something like 2 years because of me, and we should have been making content and we weren't, and it was because I was addicted to drugs. And we even had people in our comments threads that even pointed out that they suspected that I was on drugs, and they were absolutely right, but of course we couldn't admit that because we were afraid that would make me or make the channel look bad. But I'm here today to tell you and own up to it. Yeah, that channel failed because of me. It had nothing to do with Thran. Thran's a good guy. He didn't deserve that. He deserved all of my commitment to that channel, and I did not give that to him. So, you know, Thane Thran channel, you know, if you're listening, Thran, if you're listening, I'm sorry. Sorry I ruined our channel. Or those of you out there like Metatron, Shad, over at Shadiversity, Scalagrim, Scala Gladiatoria, I'd be happy to interview with any one of you to discuss Thane Thran YouTube channel and what happened during those years. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that most people don't know. So I'd be happy to discuss it. I'm not ashamed of it. You know, our experiences don't necessarily have to shape us. It's how we react to those experiences that shapes who we are. And I really think that it helped develop my character to go through those experiences. So I have a unique insight into human behavior and into behavior modification simply from having overcome my own drug habit. So I'm definitely a good person to talk to about you know, changing your behaviors and developing new and better habits in your life. But you know, that's a whole nother episode. We can talk about that another time. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Make sure you go over to my Facebook page and follow me there. And that's the only way I can grow. That's the only way that I can reach more people is through follows and subscriptions. So help me out with that, please. Share my content if you like my content. If you're an old Thane Thran boat crew member, definitely reach out to me in the DMs. I'm happy to talk to any of you. You know, those were good times. So thank you for joining me today and listening to my story, and we'll have more content coming your way soon.